Hi there. I am so happy to be here. Tomorrow is winter solstice. I know I've been feeling the energies for a few weeks of this winter solstice. And so that's why I wanted to, or that's what I want to talk about today. So, my name's Emily. In case you don't know me, I help guide people to living a purposeful life. I primarily focus on connecting with the divine realm and channeling wisdom and insights that is unique for each of my clients to illuminate their sacred path. Um, and again, today, because winter solstice tomorrow, I really want to talk about this winter solstice. It's a rare one. It's a very, I feel like this is one like we have never experienced before. And how can we leverage these energies right now to avoid any unnecessary obstacles in 2024 and the future? So, if you follow me on social media, you may have already seen or heard this, but I have been over the last few weeks. Had just this random anger show up that I hadn't experienced before. And I wasn't really sure like where this anger came from. It was a very deep rooted anger. And I sat with it. I do shadow work. So the shadow work, I'm okay with it. I let it be there. I let it expose itself, reveal itself, allow it to just work through me. It's like, um, grieving, you have to allow yourself and give yourself permission to just work through it and not bury it. Burying it causes so much more damage for our souls. So I have, well, I've been grieving too, but this was an anger that came up, and I just, because I've been grieving, I just thought, you know what, I just go sit with it and just allow it to be. However, after about a week, I started to feel like, okay, this isn't moving through. It's still staying. It's this rage and it's red and it's just stagnant. It's not moving. It's not releasing. And my intuition had told me, allow this to just transform you. You don't have to transform it. And I got confirmation from one of my mentors. Yes, this is something that I just have to sit with and be okay with. Now, I do want to say, like when I do shadow work, this is not reliving any trauma or anything. No, it's just being present with the energy. And I do also want to say, I'm not a therapist. So if there's energy or emotions that are so deep that it's something you don't feel like you can handle on your own, then definitely want to go to a therapist, because this is stuff that I know it's not going to cause damage for me to sit with. And I know I'm not going to relive any trauma, even though I couldn't pinpoint where this anger came from. It wasn't important to me. I just knew I needed to allow it to dissipate. So the moment I accepted that this anger was there for me to just allow it to transform me, come whatever needed to come out of me, and transform, allow it to do it. I didn't have to work on transforming this anger again. Like a lot of times it maybe something happens in the middle of the day, I get a little upset about something, I will quickly work through and transmute those energies so I can keep my vibration high, so I can stay connected to the spiritual realm. This was one that I couldn't do that. So I just, all right, I'm just going to let this transmute me and burn out whatever needs to be burned out of me. Whatever's been limiting me, keeping me still, it just allow it to do what it needed to do. And so I literally dissipated within just, I don't know, an hour of me accepting that, it seemed like. And now I have great peace. I'm just totally at peace with everything. It was truly an amazing experience. But I'm sharing this because it's winter solstice. This is what winter solstice is about. And this winter solstice, I can't say that right now, is a doozy, guys. This is a big, big one, because we're going through a complete global shift right now that's impacting all of us. So I've talked about in the past about this 30-year transition that we're currently in the middle of. And this is a pivotal one, that this winter solstice is pivotal for us in this 30-year transition. Things are changing rapidly. Time is moving faster. It's really hard to get a grasp of everything that's going on right now. So, what does that mean for you? What does that mean for all of us? This means that this is the time to really truly anchor into our true authentic self, anchor into our hearts so that we can find peace amidst all this craziness that's going on, all the uncertainty, all the chaos. So how do we do that? How do we trust our hearts? Um, this solstice, which is tomorrow, get in touch with your heart. Learn how to speak with your heart and lead with your heart. Did you know that your heart, it's scientifically proven, your heart has more brain cells than your actual brain? However, we've all been programmed to lead with our brain, to have our brain make every single decision. It's our heart that we need to learn how to trust and make the decisions for us. And if you have a decision and you know, okay, your brain says this is the direction we're going, but if you close your eyes and you sit with it, really sit with it, your heart, your gut, whatever your intuition, whatever you want to call it, is going to tell you go the other direction than what the brain is saying, unless the brain's right, unless the brain is leading you correctly. Um, and when you do that, if you get a different direction and your heart's saying go this other direction and you have the confidence to take those steps, you're going to see there's a lot of peace. There's a lot of ease and things just kind of come together synchronicity. It's a different way of navigating life. Right now, this winter solstice is the time to really connect with your heart and learn how to lead with it. I get the sense 2024 is going to be a tough year. There's going to be a lot of stress, a lot of things going on that is not going to necessarily, it'll be a little rocky. Let's just leave it at that. I don't want to get into some of the things that I've seen that my guides have shown me. It's going to be a little bit of a rocky year and it's going to continue. So this is why it's pivotal that we connect with our hearts at this moment and understand that our minds create chaos. Our minds create limiting abilities. Our minds create stress. So leveraging these winter solstice to have a pivotal change of going from this egoic way of leading our lives with our mind and going within and finding a greater way of being here and what is your purpose here. So that is one thing that this winter solstice is about. You will feel so much more grounded if you allow yourself to lead with your heart. I have crazy amount of chaos around me right now. I have no stress, none. If I shared some of the stuff I'm going through right now and you heard, I guarantee you would be flipping out. No stress. I lead with my heart and things come together with ease for me. So winter solstice, it basically is opening up the whole world to us. The veil of the spiritual and the physical realm is thin. It's as if there's a doorway that has been wide open for us during this time to easily access our higher selves, easily access our spirit guides. This is when you can like hear them. You can hear, if you have a hard time hearing or feeling whatever, you can connect with them and reach out to them. The winter solstice is a time also when we can be a little bit more emotional, like I'd shared about my deep-rooted anger coming up out of nowhere. And it's because, again, we're in the northern hemisphere, but we're playing with the dark right now. It's dark. It's the shortest day of the whole year, the longest night of the whole year. And so I was doing shadow work. I was playing with the dark. It came up. So what's happening is things that we no longer need, our higher self is trying to eliminate, is coming up because our higher self does not want us to keep holding on to this excess weight or this burden that we cannot serve our purpose while here. And it's only going to get harder for us if we continue to ignore it, bury it, and not allow ourselves to deal with it. So at this time of the winter solstice, our higher selves, we're in the dark and it's playing and we're dancing with the dark. So things are being brought to the surface. So again, it's a great time to easily access your higher self and your spiritual team to regarding any emotions. If you have emotions that are a little out of the norm, it's okay. You're not going crazy. It's the time of year and you can access your spiritual team on how to navigate these emotions. One exercise I really want to share with you guys that I will be doing tomorrow, and I highly recommend, is I am going to do some automatic writing. And this is so I can harness the power of this solstice. So I will go into meditation. I'll find a quiet space, and I'm going to write a letter to and from my higher self. And actually may do two. So I'm going to do to and from my higher self. And to my higher self, I may say, I'm going to say, why am I here? What's the purpose for 2024? How can you help me navigate this? And then I'm going to put on, probably I'll put on like theta brain entrapment music. And then I'll allow myself to do some automatic writing back to myself from my higher self, explaining what is the purpose for me in 2024 and how can I navigate these energies, and as well as what else I need to release right now before I move into 2024. What are some good habits I can pick up that my future self needs me to do so I can perform at my best? So that's one. I'm thinking this through. I'll do that. Oh, hello. Balloons showed up. I don't know why. I don't know if it's my fingers. I don't understand. Anyway, so the other one is to write a letter from my future self of 2024 on the winter solstice, giving me advice for what I need to do for today on 2023, Emily. So I do an automatic writing, again, my future self, giving me advice just over the next 12 months. What do I need to do? Again, habits I need to, good habits I need to pick up on, or bad ones I need to release, whatever it is, just giving some advice. Because I have such great access to the spiritual realm right now, that is two exercises I will be doing tomorrow, and I highly recommend you do them as well, since the solstice is here. Now, if you are still, unable to connect with the spiritual realm, book a sacred purpose session with me. On these sessions, I can channel your higher self, your spiritual team, and help you identify what it is that's your purpose here in this lifetime. And we can release any energetic blocks that you have from this lifetime, past lifetimes, and then as well as limiting beliefs, so that you can move into 2024 with certainty. I'll drop the link below so you can book the session. I'd love to be able to work with you in that and help you get aligned for what it is that you're supposed to be doing here in this lifetime. Also, if you like this information, like this video, please like my video, share it with others, and subscribe to my page. Your support really means a lot to me. So thank you so much, and happy winter solstice.